A punk rock pioneer allegedly overdoses on heroin. And what's worse, cops say he did it right in front of his 12-year-old son. Here's my big issue. Drugs have become a rock and roll cliche, people. Some stars think substance abuse is the solution, when it's really the problem. They feel that's where their creativity comes from, and if they stop using, their mojo will vanish. Listen to this from Lady Gaga on CBS's 60 Minutes.
I smoke a lot of pot when I write music, so I'm not gonna like sugarcoat it for 60 minutes that, you know, I'm some like sober human being, because I'm not.
Yeah, well, she was probably stoned when she thought up that stupid meat dress, which I was a fan until she did that. Then forget it. Bye-bye, Lady Gaga, for me. Some musicians have this notion that their creativity comes from experimenting with drugs, so they make it part of their persona, and then it's harder to stop. But sobriety does happen. Even the icons of rock and roll are cleaning up. Eric Clapton, he has been sober for more than 2 decades. And the ultimate bad boy rocker, Keith Richards, recently went sober, according to published reports. Howard Samuels, founder and CEO of the Hills Treatment Center. What is it about this rocker mentality? It's such a tired cliche, really. Isn't it cooler today to be sober as a rocker?
I got to tell you something, Jane. I mean, you're right. It is a cliche. I mean, for any individual to think that they need a drug in order to become more creative means that they feel a shortcoming within themselves, that they don't feel good enough about themselves to be creative sober. I mean, if you think about it, being sober is really the real high that we get in being able to really feel and really be sensitive and really be creative and really be out there naturally. And that, to me, is what this new wave that's sweeping the country, because there's a huge recovery movement, not only in the music world, but in the film world, in LA, that's really spreading. And that's the message that we're really giving, is that you can be sober, have fun, and really go kick some butt out there.
Now, if you're being held on $120,000 bail, that's 10%, that's $12,000. The fact that he's been in show business this long, Alexis, and can't come up with 12 grand, that tells you all you need to know, I would think.
It absolutely does. And, you know, I don't think that he probably has saved a lot of money. It seems like with the drug addiction that it cost a lot to keep this drug addiction going. And as you said, he lives in a fancy part of California. Newport Beach is very, very posh. But it was a mess. The house was covered with drug paraphernalia. As you said, it was filthy. And he clearly he doesn't have the money that he can get together even for the $12,000.
Right. Hang on, we're going to get to more on the other side. More of this rock legend's alleged OD. And check out my book, Addict Nation. It's available at Amazon.com. It's going to tell you everything you need to know about addiction. Punk rock legend Casey Royer is lucky to be alive because even though he overdosed right in front of his 12-year-old son, his son managed to run for help. Howard Samuels, briefly, when I hear OD, I always think somebody died. How can you OD and survive? What is an OD?
Well, an overdose is that, what that means is that you pass out and you start to turn blue and your body stops functioning, and you have a very short period of time to get medical help before you actually die. And a lot of people will OD and die because they don't get that help. I mean, I've OD'd on drugs, and thank God an ambulance came to my house in New York and saved my life because I was ODing on cocaine. So, you know, it's all about getting the help ASAP in order to save your life.
10 seconds. Is this guy known for being in and out of rehab, this Casey guy?
That one, I don't know this guy being in and out, but at 52 years old and shooting heroin, he better get sober. He's dead.
Let's hope he's hit bottom. It can happen. Thank you so much.